Hey yo, what up? This is Music G repping the Underground Army. You're tuned in to Jay Steele's and Ack Reacher 45, The War Report. Tuesday nights on YouTube, live and direct is the show. Saturday nights on 93.3 FM CFMU, giving y'all that new news and hip-hop interviews.
This is a DJ Diamond Skills exclusive.
Hey, Diamond Skills.
Yeah.
You know I got pages for y'all. You know what it is.
Yeah. Hey, motherfucker, I'm back. Got these rappers in the city like that. Not him again. This ain't new to me. With a couple of girls in the nudity. Hey, motherfucker, I'm back. Hey, motherfucker, I'm back. Hey, motherfucker, I'm back. Got these rappers in the city like that. Not him again. This ain't new to me. With a couple of girls in the nudity. Got a couple loose notes, no foolery. I can set it hit, sit, and write your eulogy. I tame cats and no more cruelty. Civilize you rats who practice buffoonery. No homo, these haters try to spoon with me. My goons got goons, so what can you do with me? So you niggas have to dress with some fluency. I got a closet and I'm sell you Louis V's. LRG's, G, but what you need. I'm a new lumberjack, check it out, I'm chopping trees. Yo, boy, do it properly. This that loose notes, y'all a loose leaf mockery. DJ, know you hate it when you see him. Post it off York, I should play the Coliseum. Black hoodie, I'ma look me to save him. Buck one stacking paper, no lean man. Loose note, let go, 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 loose note, let it go, loose note, let go, loose note. Y'all niggas looking all teeth. Biting my shit, then I'ma bring it all beef. To cook a nigga, I don't need a palm heat. I'm serving dinner on a line sheet, let's eat. And grab a chicken head, I bring the drama with me. Hit it up, hotels in the Soccer City. My baby moms, she hoping that the karma get me. It came back around, all I'm doing pulling 50s. Brown bills, so which show they coming with me? Couple concubines, yeah, little pimp in me. Big dog, why I need to chase kitty? Got your girl on floors to the scene sticky. I know you hate it when you see him. Post it off York, I should play the Coliseum. Black hoodie, I'ma look me to save him. Buck one stacking paper, no lean man. Let go, loose note, 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 let it go, loose note, let go, loose note. I got a HQ rolling in the big feeling. I got a HQ rolling in the big feeling. I got a HQ rolling in the big feeling. Make a strange cloud originating from the Steel City. Weather maker, my smarter leave your head dizzy. While I'm raining on parades, niggas come and get me. I lead a pack, y'all niggas running empty. I see the haters coming, but I don't even panic. Nah, nigga, this nigga here fear nothing. Do a 4-3 and take it back to square one.
Diamond Skills, told you we gonna be a problem. Use my pages. Loose notes.
And y'all know what it is. It's your favorite, your most hated Oddfella. Back for another one. This is the Wake and Bake Show. Smash that like button as you're falling on in. Salute to the usual suspects. Once again, it is a usual suspect thing. We embarking on some big things. You know what I mean? Big things are going within the usual suspects, so be on the lookout for that. Early morning hunt tomorrow, Sunday morning, on the 503 broadcast. You know what I mean? 503 live broadcast right here on YouTube. Definitely be looking out for some rankings and some lists. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna get into that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring on 503. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, he's live in the war room himself. You in the dig? Salute to Interverse, where your artistic business starts. Make sure y'all check out Interverse. to get your digital storefront on and popping. Be on the lookout for some major things coming that way as well. And of course, the All-Star Selection Show brought to you by the usual suspects, January 20th, you know what I mean? We'll get into that later in the show as well, you know what I mean? But without further ado, let me bring on the brother, you know what I mean, who I call Mr. Texas Drip.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Let's get it. Houston hard hit in the building.
The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Let's get it. Houston hard hit in the building.
Shit, what content? Who got content? 503 got that content.
Indeed. 503 line, live in the war room. What it do, family?
Okay. Mic check. I'm signing up. Can you hear me?
You good?
Man, what it do, man?
Yo, let's get some like small business out of the way, 503. I know the latest Instagram, the Smoke City Mobcast Instagram account got hacked. Is that correct? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we working with the new one. Can you give the people the new Instagram contact so I can update my banner?
Yeah. Yeah, you on point, my boy. You on point like an African sword. Yeah, man. Smoke City Mobcast Part 2. Smoke City Mobcast PT2 Part 2, man. Right here on Instagram. Still Smoke City on Facebook, man. I'm working to try to get the original account back. But for whatever reason, Instagram is taking their sweet ass time getting back with me. So we just started up a new page. You understand? We just gonna work from that one, man. So it's Smoke City Mobcast Part 2. You know what I'm saying? And we already damn near at 200 followers within a week. So we working over that, man. We working over there as well. So y'all go check me out, Smoke City Mobcast Part 2. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, now you know, man. You know what I'm saying? But this your boy 503 Line, man, on the Wake and Bake Show, man. Early morning hunt, you understand me, Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I'm waking, but I ain't baking. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that to my brother Oddfella and the rest of the OGs that come on and bake up for this morning, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we up in this thing, man. Salute to the almighty LDBC. You know it's the usual suspect team, man. If y'all up and y'all on YouTube, y'all need to come to the war room. You know what I'm saying? Right here on YouTube, man. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm. That's what up. Salute to Bruce Goes, live in the war room. You know what I mean? He's on the Pineapple Express and the Grape 8. I mean, that's definitely a nice little salad, nice little fruit salad you mixing up there this morning, OG Bruce Goes. Salute for passing through. You know what I mean? But 503, this is almost like a part 2. This is almost like a part 2 Wake and Bake show because I think I was on third show, and it detailed Uncle Ortiz, the whole Uncle Ortiz situation. Of course, he fought last weekend. Great fight between him and Charles Martin. I thought there was a little bit of controversy behind the whole victory with Uncle Ortiz in that fight, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, he got the victory, you know what I mean? But the thing that's been bothering me, 503, is this new brand of fan, you know what I mean? This new brand of fan that shows their love for their undenying love for Uncle Ortiz, and it's just rubbing me the wrong way. And I just wanted to detail, you know what I mean, in this live stream, some some discrepancies, you know what I mean, with these new man fans, these mighty capers. Y'all check this out.
On the sea or on the land, he gets the situation well in hand.
Hi, boys and girls, here we go.
Are you one of those fans out there in the chat section? Are you one of those Uncle Ortiz Latin rocket ship riding fans flying off to the land of Famboynia? You know what I mean?
Hell to the no. Hey shit, nigga. Yeah, man. I just got into it with BLTV yesterday, man, about this Uncle Ortiz shit, man. Yes, me. And you know, I look at it like this, man. Like I told bro, I said, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna call these other dudes a duck, you gotta call Luis Ortiz a duck. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, another fighter has bit the dust and pulled out nice and fast when it comes to this dude Philip Herkovich. And I just don't understand. I thought Uncle Ortiz was gonna take on the challenge.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, you know, yeah, my hand hurt. Yeah, I gotta take some time and let my hand heal. But in the same token, you put it out there that you want to fight motherfucking Andy Doughboy Ruiz. And I say dough as in fat, not as in money, as in fat. The Doughboy, the Pillsbury Mexican Doughboy. You want to fight him, which I think is an easy win for Luis Ortiz. You want to fight him, but you don't want to fight my man Philip Herkovich. Make that shit make sense. Yeah, man. Make that shit make sense, man. Facts, man. Facto. I don't understand it, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was trying to explain to BLTB, because he going on in this whole rant talking about how Virgil Ortiz is ducking Boots and David Avanesian. And I'm like, how the fuck is he ducking? But you sit up here and say Luis Ortiz ain't ducking. That shit don't make sense, bro.
Nope.
Okay, he got an injury. So fucking what? He still can fight fucking Philip Herkovich after his hand healed. Can he not? Can he not?
Yes, and we're going to break that down, 503. We're going to break that down, 503, because this is another narrative, another discrepancy I wanted to nip in the bud. You know what I mean? Is this injury? You know what I mean? This so-called injury. You know what I mean? Once again, we know that the IBF has somewhat loosely mandated Herkovich to fight Luis Ortiz, and Luis Ortiz just came back and said, I got a hand fracture. Since then, his trainer and manager, who I will go further into detail with, have kind of cleaned up the statement. Right? All right. Let me get into it here. Is this the one right here? Oh, while I have this up, let's look at the last line where he says, "I respect him a lot now, and I'm coming after every heavyweight in line for the title." All right. That's Ortiz saying that. Okay. Now here we go. Where is Ortiz statement? Okay, here we go. The Ortiz statement. Basically, Luis had a minimal fracture that he should be being able to heal without issues. But with something like that, he doesn't want to take any risks. Ortiz manager Jay Jimenez said to George Ebro. He's being evaluated, but cannot fight as early as April because he would not be in the best physical condition. We are not against fighting Hrgovic or against anyone, but let it happen with the best conditions for Luis. Ortiz would like to secure a fight with his premier boxing champion stablemate, former unified champion Andy Ruiz. Ortiz called for the fight with Ruiz last year, but it never came off. Remember that statement, you know what I mean? Because Andrew Ruiz, once again, is going to come up once again. But we see here earlier, basically, he says, Lewis had a minimal fracture. All right, well, let's see how long a minimal fracture takes to heal. Usually it takes about 3 weeks for most fractures to heal well. After healing, your knuckle may look different or your finger may move in a different way when you close your hands. Okay, so 3 weeks. You know what I mean? So 3 weeks, that puts us into the month of the February. You know what I mean? Okay, let's give let's give Uncle Ortiz 2 weeks off in February, and he gets back into training in mid-February. So you got 2 weeks in February, you got all of March, that's 6 weeks, and 2 weeks in April, that's an 8-week camp. Plus you got that 3 weeks of healing, 5 weeks of healing your hand, your minimal fracture. I showed y'all that the heal time for a minimal fracture is only 3 weeks. So what is the manager saying when he's talking about Luis Ortiz needs to be in the best condition? 503, isn't 8 weeks enough time to prepare for a final eliminator? This is not a title shot. This is a mere final eliminator to a mere novice in Filip Hrgovic.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I was trying to explain to BLTV. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Even though he got a fracture, how severe is the fracture? Is he gonna be out for a month, 2 months, 3 months? Like, you know what I'm saying? What type of fracture is it? Where is the evidence? When Earl Spence had his car wrecked, we seen the evidence. We seen Earl Spence in the hospital. When he had eye surgery, we seen that. You know what I'm saying? When Ryan Garcia broke his wrist, niggas love the shit on Ryan Garcia. We seen Ryan Garcia in the hospital. When Devin Haney had shoulder surgery, we seen Devin in shoulder surgery. You know what I'm saying? With a motherfucking cast on. So how long is it gonna take Luis Ortiz to heal? That's the real question. See what I'm saying? And even if Luis Ortiz has a hand injury, what is stopping them from negotiating this fight, bro? Who's to say Andy Ruiz is even gonna want to fight you coming off his knee surgery? And your hand fracture that you say you hurt. See what I'm saying? Oddfella, like, this shit don't make sense, and the timing is fucked up on this shit. And I told Bill, so I'm like, bro, the timing of this shit is off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if they wrote this article with bad intentions to make Luis Ortiz look some type of way, but they convinced me. The shit just don't add up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, what type of fracture is it? You know what I'm saying? Which hand is it? Is it your power hand? Is it your right hand, your left hand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, which one is it, bro? These are questions that need to be answered. I just find it mighty funny how all of a sudden you go from I'm ready to fight, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to do that, I want a title. How you gonna get a title fight Andy Ruiz, huh? How? Andy Ruiz ain't number one and no sanctioning body. Last time I checked.
Indeed. Well, once again, 503, we have the evidence up on the screen. His manager, Jay Jimenez, says it's a minimal fracture Luis Ortiz has sustained, and it shouldn't be able to heal without any issues. That's from the manager himself. A minimal fracture. That's the diagnosis he's given to the public. Once again, that minimal fracture only takes 3 weeks. 3 weeks to heal. So with that being said, that's more than enough time for Luis Ortiz to get in the proper condition to fight Filip Hrgović. That sounds like a duck to me. Let's get some more evidence on the table, because we got Charles Martin. Charles Martin is back in the news. You know what I mean? And Charles Martin lets the world know, because we was just talking about Charles Martin 503 earlier on in the week. Where's Charles Martin go on next? Some of the brothers were saying Charles Martin should go on to retire and hang it up. Well, Charles Martin has answered our questions. He said at 35 years old, Martin has no intentions of walking away from the sport. He plans to push forward and another run to secure a world title shot. A tune-up fight is already being planned to take place in the next coming months. Retirement is not a consideration, Martin's manager, Mike Burrell, told Sky Sports. Charles was winning the fight comfortably and got caught with a perfect punch. As history shows it can happen to anyone. There's plenty of options available to Charles that can reverse the trajectory of his career overnight. The manager adds Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, or perhaps a rematch with Adam Konaki. So that's
a good fucking fight.
This is Charles Martin's manager saying that he's coming back in a couple months. Okay, it's January, February, March. So you mean to tell me a man that just got stopped is coming back in March, April? But your boy, your favorite uncle Ortiz, can't come back in April for Filip Hrgović. Martin's manager, Mark Burrell, just said, yo, there's plenty of options. We looking at Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, Joseph Parker. The fact that he even mentioned Deontay Wilder, is that cap? But that would be a great fight. It makes sense, PBC. Both coming off of losses. Both somewhat former champions. But these are the names that Martin's manager is talking about him coming back in a couple months, in March, April, while your favorite uncle that you caping for is sitting on the sideline waiting for an all-Latin championship. I'm supposed to be caping, staying on code for a man that doesn't even identify with me. Huh? A man that doesn't even identify with me. I'm supposed to be calling him or acting like he's in my family.
On the sea or on the land, he gets the situation well in hand.
Hi, boys and girls. Here we go.
How long are y'all gonna be continuing to ride that Latin rocket ship to the land Fambonia?
And hold on, let me say this, bro, because I want to put this on the record, and I'm gonna say this tomorrow on my show. Luis Ortiz, because we gonna talk about this on my show tomorrow as well. Because this gotta be said, bro. Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz is not a bad fight. Okay, I'm still a fan of Luis Ortiz, man, but I'm not going to let him slide for this because it's this aura and this stigma around him that he's a boogeyman and don't nobody want to fight him. Well, Herkovich wants to fight you, bro. Herkovich wants to fight you. And I'm not saying Herkovich even beats Luis Ortiz. I'm not saying that. But the man clearly said he'll fight you, dude. As soon as you became as soon as you became the fucking mandatory or the motherfucking a high rank guy, Philip Herkovich's team immediately reached out to boxing scene and done an interview and said they hope y'all take the fight. Immediately. I'm gonna ask you, Oddfella. I'm gonna ask you. No disrespect to Charles Martin, because I thought Charles Martin was gonna beat Uncle Ortiz. I really did. Ack Crow for it all last week. But let me ask you, what's more impressive right now for Uncle Ortiz? A win over the Mexican Doughboy, a knockout stoppage win, comeback victory over Prince Charles Martin, or a knockout win, or a win over undefeated Olympic bronze medalist Philip Herkovich, who's been ducked by everybody, by all the top contenders in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you, what is more impressive right now for Uncle Ortiz to do? What would impress you more?
What will impress me more would be for Uncle Ortiz to get that young, up-and-coming, emerging boogeyman out of the way impressively.
Okay.
That's what would impress me. Not no Andy Ruiz, who's coming off of a suspect win over Cristobal Areola. You know what I mean? We know Uncle Ortiz is maybe not the uncle himself, but his team's whole narrative has always been about this the whole time. All Latin unification. The all Latin fight with Andy Ruiz. And I didn't even realize when I made this clip that it also says Ortiz labels Deontay Wilder as a dirty fighter. This is your favorite uncle. This is your favorite uncle, which further proves that he doesn't identify with you. He identifies with Andy Ruiz. He wants a all Latin unification. Whenever you ever hear him speak of the trials and tribulations of the Afro-Cuban play, never heard it. Never heard it, because Luis Ortiz identifies with being Latin, with being a Latino, not no Afro-Cuban, not no African-American. He wants the Latin dream, you know, dig? And he might be damn near the best Latin heavyweight boxer around right now, you know, dig? He is the best Cuban heavyweight professional boxer I've seen thus far in the professional ranks. It's arguable if he's the best Latin, but this is who he identifies with. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Let's be real with this. You know what I mean? When you're saying I'm coming off cold, you know what I mean? Am I really? Or are you just a mic hater?
On the sea or on the land, he gets the situation well in hand.
Hi, boys and girls. Here we go.
There's another narrative I wanted to point out, 503. Because once again, I pointed out that the man could properly heal his minimal fractured hand in time to fight Philip Hergovich. So I'm accusing him of ducking a proper fight that many of us wanted to see. I'm also accusing him of not being the uncle that we say he really is. You know what I mean? He doesn't really identify with the man like we say he does. You know what I mean? He's looking for that, once again, for that Latin unification. He's looking for that Latin love. He don't really give a damn about no love from our side. You feel me? But I also want to bring out this misnomer that I heard. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Smoke City Mobcast. You know what I mean? Live at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern times on Wednesdays and whatnot, right here on YouTube. But I heard a lot of the brothers give the sentiment that Luis Ortiz is being aged out. Luis Ortiz is now being aged out. They saw the deterioration. They saw the oldness in the legs against Charles Martin. They saw Charles Martin almost come out with the victory. So now it's being said that people are hungry to fight Uncle Ortiz now because he's just old. You know what I mean? He's just old, and the whole heavyweight division has effectively aged Uncle Ortiz out. But at the same time, these same guys that are saying that will say Uncle Ortiz is a legend. Uncle Ortiz is a great. He's a legend. Well, if he's in that class, let's look at some other legendary old boxers, shall we? George Foreman held the belt at 46 years old, 5 months. Vitaly Klitschko had that WBC belt when he was 42 years old. Vladimir Klitschko, his baby brother, was unified at 39. Old boy Oleg Maskayev, with the biggest jaw in heavyweight history, had that WBC strap at the ripe age of 39 years old. Huh? But we want to talk about aging out, right? We want to talk about aging out. Jack Johnson didn't get his shot until he was 43 years old. He didn't get his shot against James J. Jeffries, not until 1910. 43 years old, he got Jack Johnson got his shot. Legend. He was the first moving white across state lines. Legend. But you won't call Uncle Ortiz a legend? But at the same time, say the heavyweight division is aging him out? No, we can't have him both ways, brothers. He's either a legend that's supposed to be doing what he's doing right now. And at his age of 42, I don't want to hear about aging out. It's all possible he should be giving that work to these young boys like Philip Hergovich. Is he being aged out right now, or is he freezing out the young boys that could potentially ruin his bag? Shout out to Tay Brown, MMA Combat and Entertainment up in the live in the war room. Are we aging them out, or are we freezing out the young boys up in here? That's what I want to know. Jack Johnson got his shit at 43. Vitaly, 42. George Foreman got it back and held it at 45. Ain't nobody was talking about aging out back then. Ain't nobody was talking about aging out back then. But I digress. I heard some other sentiments on the show as well. And I wanted to address it because sometimes we like to play the blame game. But if we're gonna play the blame game, we have to blame the right culprits. And I'm calling out my favorite sparring partner, Stay Ready Boxing TV, on this one. Because with regards to this whole Uncle Ortiz situation, he has chosen to put the blame on none other than Eddie Hearn. And to me, it's like, what does Eddie Hearn really have to do with this? Yes, Eddie Hearn had his piece in not properly promoting Luis Ortiz for maybe 2 fights. He had his little piece in kind of steering AJ away from Luis Ortiz. But that opportunity came back around and Luis Ortiz didn't take it. We got to remember all sides of it, just not the one side, just not that one point in time. Because as it's been said before, Luis Ortiz, the brother 503 said it before, Luis Ortiz has been around the block. He's been with Golden Boy. He's been with Matchroom. He's been with the PBC. He just ain't been with the with Top Rank. But he's been around the block. You know what I mean? But we're gonna sit here and blame the lowest hanging fruit, the easiest target in Eddie Hearn, the foreign white man, the foreign the so-called colonizer, because it's the easy target. But brothers and sisters, I sit here today and tell you he's not the true culprit. He is not the blame of why Luis Ortiz hasn't got the fights that we haven't want, the fights that we want him to see him in. He is not to blame for Luis Ortiz not accepting that contract to fight AJ in place of Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He's not to blame for him refusing the contract against Otto Wallin to fight on Showtime. He's not to blame for Joe Joyce fighting Luis Ortiz. We can't blame Eddie Hearn. These are the culprits we need to blame. There you go, his trainer, Herman Caicedo. Herman Caicedo. We got 503 back in the building. There you go, Herman Caicedo. We want to blame Eddie Hearn. We blaming the wrong colonizer, y'all. Herman Caicedo has been here from the beginning. He's a day one. He's been fucking shit up since day one. He's been the constant throughout this whole journey. This whole journey of turning away calls and contracts, turning away the great fights and lucrative fights for other agendas. the Latin unification agenda. Remember? Put it together. Put it together. Who's part, you know what I mean? Who's putting this grand scheme together? Let's look at the other player in Luis Ortiz camp, because we seem to forget that Uncle Ortiz is not a single entity. He doesn't run around here making his own business moves. These are his handlers. These are his handlers that we need to put the blame, not no motherfucking Eddie Hearn. Next, manager, Jim Jimenez. Look at him licking his lips at the opportunity of dipping into Uncle Ortiz's bag. Licking his lips for the opportunity to continue to persuade his fighter into getting that all-Latin fight with Andy Ruiz Jr. These are the guys that should be blamed, not no motherfucking Eddie Hearn. This colonizers right inside the camp, and y'all niggas want to turn a blind eye to it. Nah, not here in the war room. I'm showing you the real. And I think these motherfuckers right here need to walk the atonement.
Shame. Shame.
Herman Caicedo and Jim Jimenez are your culprits once again. Joe Joyce, no fight. Otto Wallin, no fight. Philip Hergovich, now all of a sudden you got a minimal fractured hand. This is what Jim Jimenez says, licking his lips at the same time for that Andy Ruiz fight. These are your culprits. These are the colonizers you should be blaming. 503, you got anything on that?
Yes, I want to ask you a question, good brother. How long does it take a minimal hand fracture to heal?
I'll put that up on the screen.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
How long? 3 weeks. So, if that fight was in April and all he needed was 3 weeks to train, 3 weeks to heal, he can go into negotiations for January the 29th. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I wanted to clarify that.
503, there's more than enough time.
Okay. And the camp is
just 8 to 9 weeks.
Right. Okay.
And they want to all of a sudden talk about, we need Luis Ortiz to be at the top condition for this fight. How long are your camps, brother? How long are your camps, Jimmy Jimenez? What are you trying to pull? These are your culprits. Jimmy Jimenez and Herman Caicedo, their agenda is to only have a Latin champion.
Hold on, Oddfella, and let's not forget too. These are the same two stooges that fucked up him versus AJ when AJ came to America, correct?
Exactly. I mentioned that. Instead of taking that, replacing Big Baby Miller, Andy Ruiz got that. They got that option. You know what I mean? We just want to remember the fact that Eddie Hearn fucked up the shit when he was signed over there with Matchroom. But Eddie Hearn circled back and gave him an opportunity, 5 weeks notice against AJ to replace Big Baby Miller, and they turned that shit down. So these are the culprits right here. These are the culprits. And I refuse to, you know what I mean, big up your favorite uncle when your favorite uncle doesn't even identify with me. Your favorite uncle identify with the great Latin fighters of yesteryear. He doesn't identify with y'all. He doesn't identify with you, not BFTB, not any of us.
But it was a black man that made him a legend, right?
Yep.
It was a black man. It was a black man. Yep. Because this is why niggas love. This is why niggas love. Let's make no. I'm not gonna put no cut on the dope. You know what I'm saying? When you hit my shit, nigga, you hitting that raw and cut shit. Pause. So it was a black man. They gave Luis Ortiz a shot. This is why Luis Ortiz is this is why Luis Ortiz is so loved, because of Wilder. Yeah, man, it was Wilder. A black man, a nigga. A big buck, long country nigga. An Alabama nigga. They had slaves in Alabama, homie. Yeah. African slaves in Alabama. Big buck, strong niggas. Yeah, because you know there's a lot of cotton fields in that part of the South. When you're talking about Georgia, Alabama, Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, man. So Wilder comes from the what is it? The Edo tribe? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, them was some warrior type Africans, right? It was a black man, homie. A nigga. It wasn't no Latin that gave Luis Ortiz no motherfucking opportunity. Yeah, because you know when that Mexican got that belt, homie, he went to Dubai, and he went to go over there and eat pizza with the princes and the kings and the Muslims. Them niggas don't even eat pork, homie. Yeah. They don't talk about that though. But now you want to fight with the man. You want to fight with the man that wasn't even thinking about you when he was a champion. He wasn't thinking about you. He wasn't thinking about you when he was a champion. Yeah, man. You know. So, and it could have been you, by the way, homie. But your team, your two stooges, Mr. Jimenez and Concedo, your trainer. Yeah, man, them niggas played theyself, homie. Played theyself. Cause being greedy. Trying to take some millions for theyself. Yeah. So all that boogeyman shit, I ain't with it. I'm not with it, man. He ain't no motherfucking boogeyman in my eyes. He ain't no boogeyman in my eyes. Cause I tell you what, if he was such a boogeyman, Charles Martin wouldn't have gotten in the ring with him and would have been whooping his ass. If he was such a boogeyman, Charles Martin made this fight with ease, homie. Philip Herkovich wanted this fight with ease. It wasn't no resistance from Philip Herkovich. None whatsoever. Devin Haney is the real boogeyman of boxing. Because he got to beg and plead and catch niggas when they ain't got shit going. He got to catch niggas slipping. He got to get the drop on niggas. He got to overpay niggas. You ain't got to do that, Luis Ortiz. You ain't got to give a nigga his highest payday to fight you, homie. Because what do you really bring to the table besides your name? You ain't no ticket seller. You ain't no motherfucking hot commodity. Niggas ain't breaking their neck to go see Luis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? That stadium was half-assed. I say it was like out of a 10, from 1 to 10, it was like a 4.
Nah, don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Nah, nigga, fuck that.
Bro.
It was a foe, bro.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It was a foe, bro.
He did all right in Florida. He did all
Nah,
right in Florida.
hell nah, man.
That's his fan base. You know what I mean? That's his fan base. And shout
You
out to
seen all them empty ass? You seen all them empty ass gold teeth, nigga? I thought I was in a rap video. All that gold I seen, nigga. Was that Trinidad? Was that what's my man name? All gold. What's that nigga name? Trinidad James. Gold all in my chain. Yeah, I thought I was watching that nigga video. Nigga, just watch. Nigga, all I seen was gold, nigga. Gold seats everywhere, nigga. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm not shit, man. 2022, man. I'm keeping it all the way trill, bro. I'm not. Everybody is getting the smoke, man. Yeah. That shit was empty as a motherfucker, Oddfella. You know it. She was empty, homie. That's why when Canelo came up in that bitch, they panned the cameras to him. When Ugas came in there, they had the camera on Ugas and his fine ass girl. They weren't trying to keep showing them empty ass gold seats. You know it. Luis Ortiz's biggest fight is against Deontay Wilder, homie. That's when Luis Ortiz got his highest payday. That's when any heavyweight gets their highest payday. Yeah, man, because you know Wilder got his people behind him. Anytime a fighter gets their highest payday is with a nigga, with a black person, with a black king, it's with a black person, homie. When Ugas and Earl Spence fight, Ugas is gonna get paid because Earl Spence got a fan base. Facts. I bet you. Okay, go ahead.
That being said, like, because all this, I mean, once again, I give Luis Ortiz his flowers for being the best Cuban professional heavyweight I've seen thus far. You know what I mean?
Well, he might don't hold that title for long if nephew Frankie get his shit together.
But man. As far as action and entertainment goes, I'd rather watch Uncle Ortiz fight over a nephew fight. You know what I mean? If nephew continues on his trajectory the way he's going, you know what I mean? So, but don't get too comfortable. Don't get caught up in the moment. That was one dud he laid. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in the moment. You gotta stop being a victim of the moment.
But with that being said, I refuse to continue to uplift this uncle that doesn't identify with us. You know what I mean? He continues to shit on the black fighter. You know what I mean? Labeled the man that gave him blessings twice. You know what I mean? Labels him a dirty and a criminal fighter. You know what I mean? I can't uplift that. I can't relate to that. I want to go to the junkyard and reclaim some of the fighters that have been blacklisted. Some of our black fighters, our black African-American fighters that have been blacklisted. Let's take a look right quick. Let's go to the junkyard and reclaim some of our great black champions of the yesteryear, because they need to be talked about as well. You know what I mean? They need to be showing some love. But I'm out here uplifting an uncle that doesn't even identify with me. Well, this brother over here, Antonio Tarver, is straight out of Florida. And he himself won a bronze medal in, I believe, the 96 Olympics? The 96 Olympics. Antonio Tarver had a great professional career as well. Yeah. Antonio Tarver smashed the legend, knocked out gave the legend his first knockout loss in smashing Roy Jones Jr. Antonio Tarver also is a multi-divisional champion. I believe he won a strap at cruiserweight, fighting Australia's Danny Green. Moved up to heavyweight. It was a formidable heavyweight before being popped for PED. But since then, my guy Antonio Tarver has been blacklisted. He can't even get no commentating job when he has the propensity to speak on the sport of boxing with finesse. Antonio Tarver was supposed to fight the MMA legend, former champion Frank Mir on the Jake Paul, Ben Askren undercard. But the Georgia Athletic Commission stopped that fight with no proper reasoning, and Antonio Tarver had to decline to fight, and he was then replaced with Steve Cunningham. But Antonio Tarver has been blacklisted from the sport. And we don't hear no energy, no cries for one of a great domestic fighter that's homegrown. We don't hear no cries for Antonio Tarver. We don't hear the cries for Shannon Briggs, who gave us so many great fights. Brooklyn, New York. I can relate to watching Brooklyn, New York's Shannon Briggs. I can relate to seeing a young Shannon Briggs with the blonde dreads back in the 90s, the late 90s. I can relate to Shannon Briggs giving Lennox Lewis one of his most memorable fights, classic fights. I can remember Shannon Briggs fighting Vitaly Klitschko with essentially one arm, right? I can remember Shannon Briggs chasing Vladimir Klitschko all over the world trying to get a fight. Chasing David Haye at his fights trying to get a fight. Showing boxers how it's supposed to be done when it comes to call-outs. Making the sport more entertaining. But can Shannon Briggs get a fight? Can he even get a celebrity fight? The charismatic Shannon Briggs that's so filled with positivity. But I don't hear no fucking cries or no energy for our homegrown brother Shannon Briggs. You got all this fucking energy and love for an uncle that doesn't even identify with you. The same thing's about to happen to this brother right here, in the middle, Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He's at Five Guys right now, wondering when am I gonna get my shot? It's been like years now. I've served my penalty. You know what I mean? I done popped dirty a couple times. You know what I mean? But when am I gonna get my shot back? You know what I mean? Because your favorite uncle, he's popped dirty multiple times as well. But we still got love for him. Why don't we got the same love for Big Baby Miller right here? Right? It's been years. I'm salivating over the thought of Big Baby Anderson being matched with Big Baby Miller. I had to pull back out the tape of Big Baby Miller trashing Gerald Washington. An undefeated fighter. A great addition to the elite heavyweights in the current landscape. Why isn't there no energy for bringing Big Baby Miller back? What would the results be what would the heavyweight division look like if he hadn't popped dirty against AJ? Would it have been his night at Madison Square Garden in front of his hometown? stopping AJ. Ma would have changed we would have saw in today's landscape. But with that being said, why aren't we reclaiming these men from the junkyard? Why are we just gonna leave our brothers that have grown, that have given us multiple fights, classic fights, and entertaining fights? We just gonna leave them in the trash for your favorite uncle that doesn't identify with you. I just don't understand it. Your favorite uncle that's out here ducking the best competition, looking for legacy Latin fights. And no disrespect to the Latins out here, but I'm gonna call it how it is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna call it how it is right here and right now. Let's reclaim these brothers from the junkyard and give the same energy to these fighters that gave us great performances in the past, and possibly great performances in the future with Big Baby Miller. 503, you got anything to add on to that?
I like that theme, man. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn me, they're in the Sanford and Son junkyard, huh? Yeah, man. It's you know, this is what we do to, you know what I'm saying, our athletes, man. This is the problem. It just don't go on in boxing. I think it's in all sports. Basketball, football, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, baseball, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. But I'm gonna keep it real, man. I would definitely like to see Big Baby fight again. Big Baby Miller. It's a bunch of fights for him. Now Antonio Tarver, I'm gonna keep it real, man. You know, Roy Jones Jr. was my favorite fighter growing up, so you know what I'm saying? He can go kick rocks somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But you know, maybe if he talks shit a little bit more and you know, get his name out there and stop trying to kiss up to these corporate motherfuckers, maybe he might do something. I don't know. Cause I remember seeing him on what was that? On PBC in the beginning?
Yeah.
He used to be on PBC. I remember him being on HBO boxing, commentating. I don't know what happened. I don't know. But yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. So we most definitely got to get it together. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see, man. But yeah, they got a free Big Baby though. It's a bunch of fights for Big Baby to take right now. But once again, man, you know he got caught with steroids 2 times back to back.
Yeah.
So that was a real bad look for him. But you know, I know he's down there in Florida training with Kevin Cunningham, and he's trying to get his mind right. Hopefully he do. Man. I want to see him fight again, man. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see him fight one you know, like a Johnny Rice or Michael Coffey. You know what I'm saying? Or the other Big Baby. I want to see the battle of Big Babies. You know what I'm saying? I would even like to possibly him and Herkovich. I think that would be a good fight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that.
You know, so we gonna see, man. We gonna see. That's all I got, though, bro.
Indeed. But we're gonna take a quick commercial break and then get into the new boogeyman of the heavyweight division right after this.
Bringing you the best MCs who have graced the war room. The first annual TWR All-Star Selection Show, hosted by your favorite yet your most hated Oddfella and Ack Reacher 45, live on YouTube, Thursday, January 20th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Brought to you by the usual suspects, because you fit the description.
This isn't just anything. This is the War Report.
Indeed, this is a usual suspect thing. I mean, once again, be on the lookout for the All-Star Selection Show brought to you by the usual suspects, January 20th, right here, live inside the War Room. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all subscribe to TWR, The War Report, The Oddfella. Y'all know what it is. Smash the like button, you know what I mean, as you fall on in or you fall on out. But our last topic, you know what I mean, of this morning, we're going to get into is establishing the emergence of the new boogeyman in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? And as you see on the graphic up here on the screen, is the current boxers, you know what I mean, in this calendar year that have ducked the man in the background who is Filip Hrgović. We see your favorite Uncle Ortiz has now pulled up with a minimal fracture to his hand. He don't want that smoke. He said he won't be ready in time for Filip Hrgović. He needs another year or two. He needs another year or two for Filip Hrgović to get broken down before he can fight him, essentially. Joseph Parker said, nah, that's too much of a risk for me to fight Filip Hrgović. You know what I mean? I think I'm sitting all right over here, just fighting mid-level contenders over here on the Zone and Matchroom. I don't think I want that smoke right now. And we all know Michael Duxon, Michael Hunter Jr., he's been ducking the new boogeyman, Filip Hrgović, early. You know what I mean? Early from the WBA rankings and from the IBF rankings. He decided to go the Triller route and open up for the Locks and Dipset instead of go the Legacy route and go for that title eliminator against Filip Hrgović. Demoted from the IBF rankings. You know what I mean? So we got three credible heavyweights in the heavyweight division that don't want to fight this man that only has, I believe, 14 fights. Bronze medalist, 28 years old, and a decent resume in his young career. Excuse me. But it leads me to ask, who will Filip Hrgović fight? Who's left out there for him to fight? Who will step up and face the new emerging boogeyman of the division? And I don't think I'm reaching with calling Filip Hrgović the boogeyman, because once again, we have a legend, a so-called legend in Luis Ortiz that don't want to fight him. We have a former champion in Joseph Parker who can utilize this to get him a rematch, possibly against Joshua or the Usyk winner. He don't want to fight him. And of course, Michael Hunter is content with being on the Triller platform. You know what I mean? So that speaks of a boogeyman to me when you got all these guys that, you know what I mean, top tier contenders that don't want to fight a young bull. Don't want to fight a young bull, 503. There goes Uncle Ortiz's fractured hand. giving Hrgovic the flip, saying, fuck you, little bro, I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you. I want that Latin legacy. I want that Latin love. 503, let's take a look at the current rankings in the IBF, and we see here Filip Hrgovic is number 3. Joseph Parker is number 4. He already declined that. Anthony Joshua is number 5. He's tied up with Usyk. Tony Yoka is number 6. He's currently scheduled to fight the number 15 Martin Bakole. So he's off the table. Joe Joyce is currently the number 1 mandatory in the WBO. So I can understand if he doesn't want to take that risk against Filip Hrgovic, but he does have a win over Hrgovic in the amateurs. He does have a win over Hrgovic in the amateurs. But I can understand if he doesn't want to take that risk, being that he's already a mandatory for another sanctioner body. Number 8, we have Ajit Caballel, who's currently co-promoted by Top Rank, an undefeated fighter fighting out of Germany. I think his best win might be over the world journeyman Kevin Johnson, right? Is he a possibility against Filip Hrgovic? Slim possibility. We also got the number 9 Murat Gassiev, who's been very inactive since his coming up into the heavyweight division. You have to remember Murat Gassiev is the former IBF cruiserweight champion before he was beat soundly by Alexander Usyk. He's the number 8. Is he a possibility? I don't think he does. I think his last fight was showcased on DAZN, but I don't see that fight happening. There we see your favorite uncle, Luis Ortiz, who will now be probably moved up after his victory over Charles Martin. Of course, he declined the fight. Andrew Ruiz is being rumored fighting actually Tyson Fury. He's on the short list of fighters for Tyson Fury if he doesn't fight Dillian White. I don't think Andy Ruiz being on the PBC is taking that fight with Filip Hrgovic. Leading all the way down to the bottom barrels of the IBF rankings, in the newly signed Australian contender, undefeated Dempsey McKean. He's was newly signed to Matchroom, so his last fight was on DAZN. That fight does make sense. If Matchroom wants to do an in-house fight, Dempsey McKean, both kind of the same height, 6'6" against 6'6". That might make sense for Filip Hrgovic. Also, the DAZN Matchroom signed Chinese fighter Zhili Bang Bang Zhang. He's also undefeated, 23-1. Only draw coming to Jerry Forrest. I think he's coming off of a win himself, Zhili Zhang. And he's one of the few people in this world, 503, one of the few people in this world that has said he wants to Filip Hrgovic smoke immediately. He wants that fight next. He doesn't mind doing the eliminate. Not only mind, he wants the eliminator against Filip Hrgovic. This is an easy fight that could be made. Once again, Zhili Zhang is signed to Matchroom. He fights under DAZN. So does Hrgovic. With that being said, 503, who do you want to see Hrgovic in there next with all those options on the IBF list? We're looking for a eliminator opponent. What are your thoughts?
Man, first things first, man. It's fucked up that Luis Ortiz not taking this fight once again. But if not Luis Ortiz, then who? it's a couple guys, man. That, like I say, Eddie gonna have to find something for this guy. Cause I don't think he looked too good in his last fight. You know what I'm saying? On the Devin Haney undercard.
Pergovich?
Yeah, did he look impressive to you?
He looked okay. Nah, he didn't look like. It was like it was like a performance. It was a better performance than Frank Sanchez gave us. I'll say that.
Okay. Yeah,
but it wasn't a wowing performance. No.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see him redeem himself in 2022. I think if he can't get one of those top guys, like a Joe Joyce or Luis Ortiz for whatever reason, you know, you gotta go down to European level, domestic type fighters like Jing Zhang Bang Bang. I think that would be a good fight. That would be fireworks. Or possibly the what's my man? The Australian kid.
Yeah, Dempsey McKean.
Dempsey, Lil Dempsey. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a good fight for him. You gotta get him in there with somebody, man. Dude can't sit on the shelf, and he for shit show can't sit around and wait for no fucking Luis Ortiz to make his mind up when he already got his sights set on the Mexican doughboy. You know what I'm saying? Not he a bodybuilder. You know what I'm saying? Or now he the Mexican heavyweight model. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. You know, my top two guys would be probably Jing Zhang and the Australian Dempsey. You understand me? I think those are good in-house fights he can make. The Zone got a lot of Metron got a lot of cards popping. I want to see Philip Herkovich on one of these undercards, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on one of these undercards in a big fight. The Zone didn't. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow too, about these up and coming fights. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he can land on one of them, because there's plenty of them to land on. Preferably, if I had my choice, I would like to see him on the Lawrence Okolie undercard.
You fight in February,
yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up. You know what I mean? We done cooked up Uncle Ortiz pretty good. You know what I mean? We done cooked on shortly the new boogeyman of the division, Philip Hergovich. We've been on for a good hour. I mean, I think it's time to wrap it on up, 503. But before we get on out, I wanted to ask you this. If you watched last night's boxing card, who was the fighter that most impressed you?
It was two of them, actually. I didn't get a chance to watch the first fight. I came on. I cut my TV on probably like at 8:30, and it was already on at 8 o'clock on Central. So by the time I cut my TV on, they was already like in the 5th or 6th round. So I didn't get a chance to really watch the first fight. So then nobody stick out to me. But in that second fight, nigga, I seen that little dude, the little European dude. I don't know where he's from, but
Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude, the little pit bull dude. I like him. I'm a fan of his now. I followed him on IG. I'm gonna be tuning in to what he do.
I like his name.
Yeah. I see why they call him pit bull, because he definitely got some dog in him. I like his boxing style. He reminds me of a poor man's Lomachenko.
Exactly. He reminds me of Lomachenko on the hunt.
Yeah. But when he fights somebody with some real power and with a good jab, he can get beat. You know what I'm saying? That dude who he was in there with last night, I mean, Oh man, he did Castillo dirty, bro. But the other Dominican kid, the blonde haired Dominican kid, Nunez, he stuck out to me too because I thought the Puerto Rican Carlos, I thought Carlos was gonna beat him, man. And then I get on my phone this morning as I'm going to work. I'm looking at the highlights on Instagram, and fucking Nunez stopped the Puerto Rican in the 10th round. I said, whoa. So he definitely stuck out to me, and he was doing, not even much gonna lie, he was fighting real hard. He came out dancing and shit, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna get his ass whooped with that blonde fucking hair, man, because Uzili, you know what I'm saying? He left a bad impression on me, man, with you know what I'm saying, with these dudes with this blonde hair, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then Castillo had the same haircut like Uzili, and he got his ass whooped by the pit bull guy. So I thought Nunez was gonna lose, man, but boy, did he prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it was fun, bro. It was fun to see, man. I'm gonna have to when I get home today, man, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that last fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I was on live talking about it, and I think I stopped watching it like in the 4th round, the 3rd round or something, because I had fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get a chance to watch the whole fight. But yeah, man, great fight, man. Great card, man. I love seeing them local guys, them up and coming guys get their opportunity, man. And shouts out to Samson Boxing, man, for putting them young boys in position. You know what I'm saying? And I like, you know what I'm saying? We like I said yesterday on the Bellway, man, we need more things like Showbox. Because a lot of champions came from Showbox. A lot of people came from Friday night fights, man. So we definitely need that. And you know what? I think the Zone needs to start doing something like that. Because we've seen it. PBC tried to do it when they had all these different network deals. They tried to do it. We've seen Ring City USA do it. You know what I'm saying? With the Thursday night fights, the Wednesday night fights, and shit like that on Ring City USA. Now I want to see the Zone do it. I want to see Top Rank bring back Friday night fights. You know what I'm saying? That'll give an opportunity, man, to these young and up-and-coming guys, man, because that's like the area that I really bleed in. You know what I'm saying? Because I cover a lot of local fighters here in my city with Stay Ready, and Cadillac Red and them do the same thing in the DMV, Supreme Beast Boxing. So I really think they need to bring that back, man. I don't. Yeah, Showbox is the only ones that's really doing it, man. There should be more people doing it, man. Because watching that fight last night, it made me fans. It made me fans of Nunez, the Dominican kid, and the Georgian kid, the Pitbull guy. So I want to see more, man. I want to see more of these. I want to see more of them new generation type fights, man, with them local guys, man.
Indeed. That's what's up. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that was definitely.
Well, what about you?
That was definitely a nice card with the young bulls. I was impressed first and foremost with the Georgian cat, Pitbull Ariosian. He's in the lightweight division himself. I think that was his 10th fight, 10th victory, 7th KO. I think this moves him on in contender status, fringe contender status at the lightweight division. Will he be matched up with the other Pitbull crews? That would be definitely an interesting fight to me. You know what I mean? Or maybe a Frank Martin might be in his future. But he's definitely a great addition. The 135 division with that style, the Lomachenko-like style. Very comfortable, but he comes forward a lot. So yeah, I can't hate on that. I even like his charisma. He was talking to him the whole fight, you know what I mean? let's go. You know what I mean? I'm all the way up. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I can't hate on that. I like this little European Georgian dude's energy. You know what I mean?
What is Georgian? Is that Russian?
It's it might have been an old Russian state, but it's its own republic or its own country now. The state of Georgia. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Okay.
it's over there in Eastern Europe, over there in that Russian area. So yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to Pitbull Ariosian, and also shout out to the Nunez kid, the Twist.
The Twist.
Nunez, yeah.
Twist Nunez, you know what I'm saying?
Super featherweight. I definitely like his boxing ability, his slickness, a very stylish victory he got against Arrieta. Arrieta was game. He wasn't trying to lose. He was undefeated himself, and came. He tried to match everything Nunez was giving to him, but Nunez was just a little bit more slicker. His punches had a little bit more pop, just a little bit more accurate, and he got the stoppage in the 10th round. And I'm looking for good things for this Nunez kid. You know what I mean? He's a nice addition to the. Well, I wouldn't say he's a contender all the way yet in the super featherweight division, but he's on his way. A couple more fights like that, a couple more, three fights. Shit, could Christopher Colbert be in his future? You know what I mean? But I'll leave it at that. It was a nice little card for Friday night, showcasing a bunch of young undefeated fighters, propping them against each other and whatnot. And we saw some fighters definitely we got to keep our eyes out on. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. But it is the usual suspect thing. The link is in the description for all the brothers' channels. You know what I mean? All the brothers' IG handles. I have to get once again 503s updated to Smoke City Mobcast Part 2 on IG. But y'all know what it is. It is a usual suspect thing. Once again, be on the lookout for the early morning hunt tomorrow. You know what I mean? We got some big things, our usual suspect things that are going to be going in tomorrow morning. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But without further ado, if you can piggyback and speak on that and give them your last words, 503.
Yeah, man. Y'all tune in tomorrow, man. We got something popping. We're gonna get into a lot of hot boxing topics, man. We're gonna get into this whole breakdown, this whole landscape. You know what I'm saying? And in certain divisions, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a treat, man. It's gonna be a treat, man. Expect a lot of shit talking, and fun and entertainment, man. But we also gonna educate and inform y'all on what's really going on in boxing, man, because we really are the culture. So y'all be sure to tune in tomorrow, man. 9 o'clock. Y'all already know the slogan, man. You know what I'm saying? We stay on the hunt, man. What content? Who got content? You know what I'm saying? 503 got that content, man. So follow me, man, on YouTube. 503 Line, man. I'm probably gonna get ready and drop a video, early morning hunt video. How about some topics? And of course, we're gonna do a live stream later on today. And Smoke City Mobcast Part 2 on IG, man. Y'all tap in, man. I'm trying to get that thing to 200 followers, man. We didn't, you know what I'm saying, before this week is up. You know what I'm saying? I have 200 followers in 1 week, man. And then we're gonna try to get 2 more hundred and another 2 and another 2. Before you know it, man, we'll be back to over 1,000. So that's the goal, bro.
That's what's up. 503 Line, aka Texas Strip, Smoke City Mobcast Part 2. The new IG handle. Make sure y'all follow that. Make sure y'all subscribe to the 503 Line and be on time early tomorrow morning for the early morning hunt. You know what I mean? Some hunting, some cooking, definitely gonna be dealing with tomorrow. But y'all can follow me at J Steels as well on Instagram, you know what I mean? Of course, subscribe right here at TWR. We got a listening session coming up next week, you know what I mean? So be on the lookout for that. Of course, y'all know what it is. Salute to the usual suspects. It is the usual suspect king. Big up everybody that came up in the chat and whatnot. Bruce Goes, you know what it is. Winston Lee, salute Kano Local Sports. Salute family. You know what I mean? So yeah, once again, it's been a good show. Be on the lookout for that January 20th show, the All-Star Selection Show, the best of the best MCs that have graced the War Room. Done listening sessions. They're coming through, so be on the lookout for that. We're gonna do a nice little show for them in honor of the best MCs. But yeah, it's your favorite, your most hated Oddfella. Salute to the whole LDBC, and I'm Gizon.
It's a usual suspect ting.
So I got with a sick tight click and went all out.
Wow, what up with it? What up with it? It's your boy Cadillac Red. Make sure you go subscribe to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. We bullshitting on the Beltway. And you know you might catch a battle rap recap or a Crescent City convo out your boy. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, but don't talk to me spicy. Make sure you go subscribe to The War Report, The Oddfella. You know he keep a live listening session, a weed review, or he might slide up on you with a wake and bake hot boxing topics. You already know what it is. And make sure you go subscribe to 503 Lion. You know we stay on the hunt. Early morning, midday, late night. Shit, even on the weekends you gonna catch a fight pray party. Shit, what content? Who got content? 503 got that content. Make sure you subscribe to the homie Jab Jamboree, Ack Reacher, Sundays, 5 p.m. Night Court will be in session. And he'll pop up on you with a hot boxing topic or a battle rap preview. Trust in Judge Galvatron. He'll never steer you wrong. Make sure you go subscribe to Stay Ready Boxing TV. If he ain't giving you ringside views, he giving you ringside interviews. You already know if you can't find him, Google him. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. Make sure you go subscribe to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk with KG. You already know he's going to have sparring sessions and the interviews, though, on deck. It's only one underscore, but we still call him KG, though.